Alright everyone, welcome back. This is Dragothic Gaming, and today we are doing a unboxing. It's going to be pretty fun. So what do we got? I've got the PowerPlay. Oh, it's so shiny, and look at this fucking box, it's huge. Logitech PowerPlay, and to go with it, of course, you can't go without the G903. Both very expensive, both looking forward to using it, because for however long, it's been the $20 Logitech wireless mouse, and Naruto. He's done a good job, if you believe it. Pad up with mouse, but not included. It's like Christmas. Batteries are never there. But again with this, you don't really need them anymore. So let's just neatly open this up. My trusty sharp knife. Yeah, it's got a cool few facts before we go to the box though. You get two pads with this thing here, which is pretty cool. You get a soft cloth pad and a hard pad as well. Runs on lightspeed technology, so you only need to have the pad plugged into the computer, and the signal will wirelessly go through the pad from the mouse into the computer. So you're only using up one USB, not two, which is always a bonus. And obviously it charges your mouse. So let's get this open. Ooh, shiny stuff. They try to make it look nice and neat here. Look at this. Even the inside of the box has got more box plugged into it to act as gripping for the area, so nothing moves around on the inside. So everything's nice and neat, which I like. So pulling it out first, what do we got? Looks like the solid mat with a rubber base on it there. So it's nice and solid under there. Open this bad boy up. Ooh, it actually feels really nice. That's pretty cool. So you got the solid mat, which depends on your preferences really. But they've also got here the cloth mat there, same size. Has a different basing on it actually, on the cloth mat. So instead of having like this one here has got a rubber no move base, whereas its counterpart, the cloth covered one, is flexible plastic, no rubber at all. I guess it doesn't really need it because the base for the start of this, you got to be gentle with these here, because you don't want to bend them, because they have lots of the wiring is all through the inside there. So here's the mouse as well. The PowerPlay itself, fancy looking little battery. It's cool. Put that to the side here. Excellent. So that's all the toys in that box. Put that away. That's just, see, it's so neat. So yeah, this plug and play PowerPlay works for the G903 and the G703. That's what they got on the box. Oh, it's got a braided cable. Oh, it does have a braided cable. I like braided cables. Braided cables are always pretty. Alrighty, so just gently bring this over. It's got a little tab thing here for the base. Ooh, we got peely stuff. It's always satisfying pulling those off. It feels very rubber. you know, not like that cheap tacky rubber. It's like, I like it. It's good. You know something's fun when it gives you stuff to peel. So it seems it grips the table fairly well. I mean, obviously, if you're just using the mouse on a slidey pad, like say this cloth one here, the base, once you put it down and you got it all nice and flattened out, seems to grip it a little bit. Like you have to actively want to move it across. So that's good. So don't have to worry about it slipping and sliding while you're trying to use it. And I can only say that the same would be if you were using the hard top as well. Obviously you'd only use one or the other. You wouldn't want to have both, I don't think. But you don't want to see this mouse. You want to see this one. Okay, it's fine. I understand. So what we'll do is we'll get that out first. Whole bunch of advanced sensor information I don't understand. All I know is that it looks cool and it's shiny. And I like shiny. But really, if you're buying stuff because it looks cool, do you really need to know anything more than that? Obviously, I watched a couple of guys talk about it. Linus Tech Tips. They played with it, and I don't like wired mouse myself personally. I don't like the extra cables moving around, and the idea of this looks really cool. Just for the sheer fact that I don't need to have a mouse, a cable on the mouse, but still not have to give up latency because it's got a 1 millisecond latency. Ooh, it's a slide out. So you get a really neat little carry box. So let's open that up. Ooh, flip up. Look at that. That's the sort of shit. Looks freaky. Ooh, and more peely stuff. Let's see if that'll make a noise. I like peely stuff. It's like makes the whole opening brand new stuff more fun. Yes. Look at this thing. You know, it feels like it'd take a little bit of getting used to. It's a lot larger than the mouse I've been using for the last couple of years. This little cheap little $20 one that I've been using. You know, it's done the job, but this is just cool. And the reason why you'd buy something like this is because it's cool. It's got a couple extra buttons. So obviously you've got the super click for all of those. Roll wheel for there. And then you can turn the brake for the scroll wheel off. So obviously it depends on what you're doing with it, whether you want it to click or not. So it's continuous scroll. So if you just want it to keep going, that's pretty cool. But I think I'll honestly leave it on that because if I'm going to be playing like PUBG or something like that, I don't need it like scrolling through my 15 weapons. A couple of extra buttons there. A couple of side buttons. It's pretty cool. So yeah, that's the G903. More stuff under this. I can sense it. Ooh. More instruction manuals. Who reads those? You watch though. We'll get to the end of this and then I'll be like, you know what? I don't know how this works. And the dongle. Plus you also get exchangeable buttons. So this one is obviously it's a gaming mouse and it is built symmetrical, right? So it comes with a couple of extra pieces there. So if you're left-handed or right-handed, this is good to know. I didn't even know this before I started. It comes with a couple of extra pieces here. So this one here is a solid, and this one here is a button, right? So you can interchange how you want your setup to work. So at the moment, it's got 2 additional buttons on the left-hand side, and then a solid piece on the right-hand side. You can pull those buttons out, and this appears to fit into there and then make it into a solid if you don't want to have those extras. Or you can take this side out and put the buttons in, and then you get 2 more buttons there. So obviously if you've got different macros going, so say you're playing WoW and you got a whole bunch of different macros set up, you can set macros up depending on how you want to play it. I don't play that seriously, so I've never had to really worry about it. That's cool. A little bit of customization goes a long way. I'll put that back in there for now though, because I'm right-handed, so the setup for me is just fine. The mouse is dongle there. So the idea of it is that this thing here is like your hyper reader. So you would plug this bad boy into here. So when you're not on charge, obviously, this thing here is your hyper receiver. So, and then you would plug this end into your computer, obviously, and then this would be on your desk there, and then that way it gives you a closer to read distance depending on where you've got your computer set up. So, you know, try and minimize the amount of wireless distance. But that's not really going to be a problem for us because we've got the PowerPlay. So I'll set this back up, and then there's a weight, little coin weight that goes in. Dun dun dun. Now here's the tricky part. Oh, it moved. Yeah. Okay. So it looks like it's magnetized. Okay. So yeah, it is magnetized. So you got to twist it to the side. Come on, do it again. Twist it a little bit. Come on. Nothing ever works twice. Rule of thumb. Wah. Twist it and then get a lip up to lift it out. No, why are you not doing it now? Ah, it's terrible. Okay, this is fail. I'm not going to edit any of this out. You can just laugh at me failing with this. It's fine. Aha, I got it. So obviously once that comes out, you don't ever touch it again because that's just way too hard. Cool. And then obviously you can just stick your friend in there if you like a bit of a heavier experience playing in this setup for just the mouse. And that adds a little bit of weight to the back there, gives you a bit more of a response feel. So that's cool. But I'm not going to need that because, oh no, look, come on, let me have it. Aha! Okay, there is a trick to it. You got to twist it and then push at it, and it flicks it out a bit. I'm not going to really need that because we have this one, and this one here is the lightspeed connector. So that's supposed to just go in there. Magnets. Honestly, I really do like it. It looks very cool. Has very nice sound, very nice responsive short click. Like, you know, some mice like this one here, like it's got a click line that feels like it's twice as long to click. The click feels like it's half of that. Same for the side buttons. They're a very short button press. So, come on. Okay, once that's in there, it kind of likes being in there by the looks of it. Oh wait, no, there's a lip over this side. You can get at it. I guess it'd help more if you had nails. We're already We're already attacking it. No, that's the wrong pen. I want to do. Attacking it with a pen already. Okay, so if you want to use the weight, it's kind of in there. It doesn't like coming back out. Alright, I'm going to put that bad boy back in there. Careful not to bend our new toy. I'm going to just want to use the cloth one. Ah, look at this thing. Nice. There's not a lot of, there's a little bit of slide to it. It's not too bad. And we put the plastic, the hard one on. It's a little bit more slider than that, because you got these rubber sliders on here. 6 of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 of those. And obviously the USB charger in the front if you were to be plugging the mouse in itself, but as we've already said, don't need to do that because I've got a fun toy. Alright, you know, I really like this. It's quite nice. I actually don't know which one I'd rather use, whether I'd rather use the cloth or the rubber. Using with that there. Very comfortable to use there. Sits in your hand quite well. Like, I've got a reasonably large hand, and this is the full length of my hand. What's something that makes a good comparison? Alright, here's a pen. That'll do. Pens are pretty average. So, from base to tip, you can see it's just short of a pen in length. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Good stuff. I mean, there's obviously there's a proper number for how long it is. That's on the back of the box, and I'm not interested in measuring it. Go ahead and Google. Cool. So let's plug in our PowerPlay mat. Which means that I now need to unplug this one because it's no longer going to get used. Sad for that mouse. Alright, so I've plugged it in to my laptop's USB 2. It does run up to a USB 3, but my USB 3 is currently being used to run Thunderbolt through to the monitor for all my other stuff that's plugged in, like the webcam that you're currently watching off of. So we just plug this in here. Just gotta line it all up. Usually if you turn it the right way up, probably helps. Ooh, lots of noises happening everywhere. Setting up a device. We're setting up a USB receiver. Ooh, lots of noises. Device is ready. Is it? So it's got the blinking light. I'm assuming it's searching. So we turn this bad boy on. Is that it? It's already working. Okay, it's that simple. Look at that. That was nice and easy. It does have a reset button on here. Well, looks like a reset button. I can only assume that if you want to register it to another spot. Cool. I guess the next fun parts are to go and play with my settings for it in Logitech's gamingware. I don't do unboxings very often. I already own lots of stuff. The fact that I've paid all this money for it has absolutely nothing to do with my ideas on it. If I think it's shit, I will take it back. It's as simple as that. So yeah, thank you very much everyone. Logitech, keep making good stuff, but work on the pricing, because at, what is it, recommended retail, $200 for the power mat. $160 for the mouse there. Not really great on pricing. Like I said, I got lucky and got a deal. But yeah, still, it's a bit extreme. Alright everyone, this is Dragothic Gaming, and we've just done the unboxing there for the G903 from Logitech gaming mouse, and then also the PowerPlay mat for the inductive charging and wireless receivership of the mouse. So it's all very nice and fancy and technical. And I'm gonna say, it looks cool. Okay, it feels good. So I'm gonna play on it. I'm gonna leave comments in there if you want to ask me any questions about how I think about it. I'll happily answer you on what I think. And I guess I'll do an update later down the track and to see how I feel about it after I've been playing with it for a while. So yeah, Dragothic Gaming signing out. Please remember to like and subscribe, leave a comment, hit the little bell button so you can follow along with me. See you later.